During the discussion on the gun grabbing bill we saw the other day, I had brought an amendment related to county attorneys. And Mr. President, we have a problem in Minnesota with prosecution of violent crimes of all sorts, and especially in our urban counties. Maybe there might be some rural ones as well, but the core urban counties are having a very difficult time as the prosecutors won't prosecute crime. It frustrates the police, it leads to increased crime, and we have to find a solution for it. Mr. President, I'm offering the A53 amendment.
The Secretary will report the amendment.
Senator Drazkowski moves to amend House File Number 5216 as amended pursuant to Rule 45 as follows. Page 19, after line 22, insert. This is the A53 amendment. Senator
Drazkowski to the A53.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, the A53 amendment amends the definition of malfeasance and nonfeasance in statute, the part of statute that deals with recall of public officials, and writes in specific language for the county attorney around malfeasance and nonfeasance. So if indeed these county attorneys are not performing, if they are not prosecuting laws where they should, this language will provide that the people of their district are aware of it, and that in the recall process that can be used to determine them being malfeasant or nonfeasant, and allow the people of their jurisdiction to use that to recall them from public office. And it provides that pressure that the people need to be able to provide to these prosecutors that simply aren't doing their job. Mr. President, we've heard of the increase in crime we've seen in recent years in Minnesota. Just between 2018 and 2021, a 17 or 18% increase during that time period. During the same time period, Mr. President, the incarceration rate decreased over 65%. So incarceration is going down. We are already a low incarceration state, but as of 2021, the data that I have had us down to the third lowest amount of incarceration in the country. And incarceration is going down, meaning the prosecutors are not prosecuting for violent crimes while the violent crimes are going up. It's a recipe, Mr. President, for disaster. And that's what we have before us here in Minnesota. We are on a crash course with disaster, and we need to turn things around. We need to allow the people of Minnesota to hold county attorneys like, for instance, Mary Moriarty in Hennepin County, Mr. President, has a recall petition going on, the county attorney there. The top three things they're calling her out for, saying she won't prosecute felony level offenses committed by adults. She's not prosecuting all offenses committed by juveniles, and she doesn't provide the advocacy, support, and referrals for crime victims as their cases move through the criminal justice process. Mr. President, she is not doing her job. And the people of their jurisdiction in Hennepin County need the recourse to call non-performing officials to task and to hold them accountable. And that's, Mr. President, what this amendment does. Mr. President, I'd ask for a roll call on the A53 amendment, and members ask for a green vote.